I am Dr. Pradeep Behere, working as a scientist at Dairy Microbiology Division, National Dairy Research Institute, Karnal, Haryana. I will talk about application of hurdle technology in food industry. Here we are going to study various hurdles, principle of hurdle technology and application of this technology in the preservation of different types of foods. As we know that microorganisms are responsible for spoilage of various types of food product. Therefore, the purpose of various processes is to reduce or inactivate spoilage causing organisms. Every food has certain inherent preservation factors such as extent of heat treatment received, water activity, low temperature storage, redox potential, pH, etc., which may be termed as a hurdles. Hurdles are means these certain organisms has to jump or cross these hurdles if they have to spoil the product. The stability of the product depends upon the intensity of hurdles present in it. More the intensity of or height of these hurdles or more the number of these hurdles, more difficult it will be for microorganisms to overcome these hurdles. Deliberate and intelligent application of hurdle technology allows a gentle, efficient preservation of foods, which is advancing worldwide. Many foods cannot be preserved by a single hurdle. That means, if you use a single hurdles, the microorganisms may cross over, may take over those particular hurdle. So, it is always advisable to use more than one type of hurdle. So, without affecting the sensory and nutritional properties of the product, we can use multiple hurdles. Therefore, hurdle technology is the combination of selected hurdles which can keep microbiological hazards and other microorganisms under control with or without combinations with microbial steps, so as to obtain and retain end product safety or suitability. Then how these hurdles works? Many hurdles act by interfering with the homeostasis mechanism that microorganisms have evolved in order to survive various environmental stresses. Maintaining a constant internal environment requires significant energy and material resources of the microorganisms. And when a hurdle disturbs the homeostasis, there will be less energy left for the microorganisms to multiply. Consequently, the organisms will remain in the lag phase and some may even die out before the homeostasis is reestablished. Hurdle technology is most efficient when it is multi-targeted, that is, when various individual hurdles are selected so that different system of the microorganisms are targeted, such as the cell wall of the organism, membrane transport system, receptor functions, signal transduction, control of gene expression, enzyme system, etc. These are the very important part of the bacterial cell, any organism. In many cases, a multi-targeted hurdles technology using hurdles with a low intensity may be more effective than one single hurdle, that is treatment or a factor with a high intensity. So, multi-target preservation of foods should be the ambitious goal for a gentle but most effective preservation of foods. It has been suspected for some time that different hurdles in a food might not have just an additive effect on the microbial stability, but they could act synergistically. A synergistic effect could be achieved if the hurdle in a food hit at the same time at different targets. For example, cell membrane, DNA, enzyme systems, pH, water activity and redox potential within the microbial cells, and thus disturb the homeostasis of the microorganisms present in several respects. If so, the repair of homeostasis as well as the activation of stress shock proteins become more difficult. Therefore, employing simultaneous different hurdles in the preservation of a particular food should lead to optimal microbial stability. Let me talk about the the hurdles. Individual hurdles can be grouped according to primary function as follows: microbicidal hurdles that reduce the microbial load by killing, inactivation or removal. Macrostatic hurdles are those that prevent or limit the growth of microorganisms by chemical or physical means. Hurdles that prevent contamination of product. Many hurdles have multiple functions. Now coming to the microbicidal hurdles. Microbicidal hurdles includes bacterification, thermization, high pressure treatment and ultrasonication. All of them have a main purpose of controlling microorganisms in foods. Bacterification, where the centrifugal force is being used. How it works? The removal of cells of high density from particularly a milk product or milk using high centrifugal forces. Microfiltration is another type of hurdle. Microfiltration which involves removal of microbial cells, clumps and somatic cells by recirculation over a macrofilter. Thermization is just one of the kind of heat treatment. Thermization is a work at a suboptimum temperature of than the pasteurization. Here generally thermization is used in the case of application of milk. Here heat treatment of lower intensity than the pasteurization that aims at reducing the number of microorganisms. Thermized milk is mainly meant or done to evaluate the is checked by the alkaline phosphatase test. Thermized milk is alkaline phosphatase positive. High pressure treatment application of high hydrostatic pressure greater than 3000 bar to irreversibly damage the membranes of the vegetative cells. High pressure will cause a lot of damage or stress on the cell. As a result, it will get burst. Ultrasonication is the application of high intensity ultrasound waves that causes cycles of compression and expansion, as well as the cavitation in the microbial cells. Implosion of the microscopic bubbles generates spots with a very high pressure and temperature that will be able to destroy the cell. Coming to the microstatic hurdles, microbiostatic hurdles or chemical hurdles includes controlling physical parameters, environment of food, that are pH reduction. In the case of pH reduction, the creation of extracellular acid condition that enables hydrogen ions to be imported into the cytoplasm of organisms, thus disturbing the homeostasis mechanism of key cell components vital for continuing growth and viability. Low pH values are obtained by fermentation or addition of acids. Carbon dioxide, that is another hurdle. The addition of and or formation of carbonic acid to obtain a multiple hurdle effect, including the creation of anaerobic conditions by replacing oxygen, reducing pH, inhibition emitting certain intracellular enzymes and inhibiting the transport of water soluble nutrients across the membrane by dehydrating the cellular membrane. Another is the use of preservatives. The addition of certain additives to enhance keeping quality and stability through direct or indirect antimicrobial and or fungicidal activity. Most preservatives are rather specific and have effect only on certain microorganisms. Another is the modified atmosphere. Here the establishing of gaseous environment either low in oxygen and or high in carbon dioxide or nitrogen to limit the growth of aerobic microorganisms by imparting biochemical pathways, because majority of the spoilage is caused by the aerobic organisms like bacteria and yeast and mold. That is why the concept of this modified atmospheric packaging has been come. Modified atmospheric packaging means that a modification of the gases gas atmosphere in the packaging is created. Redox potential control is another point. Redox potential is a measure of the oxidizing or reducing potential of the food system that determines whether the aerobic or anaerobic microorganisms are able to grow. EH or redox potential is influenced by removal of oxygen and or addition of reducing substances, for example, ascorbic acid, sucrose, etc. Next is the macro biostatic hurdles or physical hurdles are those which controls physical factors that are useful in minimizing microorganisms in a food. For example, refrigeration. Refrigeration is here lowering of a product temperature to reduce the microbial activity. Next is water activity control, the control of water activity in the product, that is the accessibility of water for microorganisms and not the water content in the food. It is generally expressed as the ratio of water vapor ratio of the food to that of pure water. Water activity can be controlled by concentration of the material or food, evaporation and drying, which also increases the buffering capacity of milk. Salting, that means addition of salt, addition of sodium chloride, which also reduces the cell resistance against carbon dioxide and in the solubility of oxygen. Sweetening, addition of sugars, which at water activity below 0.9 to 0.95 also results in a antimicrobial effects. Depending on the type of sugar, freezing, the lowering of temperature below the freezing point of the product combined with the reduction of the water activity. Now coming to the hurdles that prevent contamination. Certain physical hurdles like pulse, high intensity light, coating and packaging controls environment of foods so as to reduce the microorganisms and prevent subsequent spoilage. Let us talk now about the application of hurdle technology in dairy and food products. Hurdle concept using physical hurdles has been extensively used in the milk and milk products against target pathogenic and spoilage causing organisms, especially to produce safe and wholesome dairy food. It is used in the products like cheese milk, whey and other milk products. Chemical hurdles like use of various salts, hydrogen peroxide, lysozyme, carbon dioxide, etc. have been used in the dairy products such as butter, cheese, khoa and milk powder to enhance their shelf life and destruction of target pathogens. The microbial hurdles like use of lactobacilli, bacteriocin and bacteriocins and competitive microflora are used in different varieties of cheeses, buttermilk and fermented milk. Nowadays people are targeting for the bioprotectant culture. Here certain bacteria can produce antifungal compounds and which as a result is useful to improve the shelf life of the product. Where there are two types of hurdle, one will be acid, another will be the antimicrobial or antifungal compound produced by these organisms. Scientists have also used combined hurdles to maximize the effect of better product with the enhanced shelf life. Coming to the summary, food preservation implies putting microorganisms in a hostile environment in order to inhibit their growth or shorten their survival or cause their death. The feasible responses of microorganisms to this hostile environment determine whether they may grow or die. Advances have been made by considering the homeostasis, metabolic exhaustion and stress reaction of the microorganisms in relation to hurdle technology, as well as by introducing the novel concept of multi-target preservation for most effective preservation of hurdle technology foods. Thank you.